Welcome back to Tampa Bay's Morning Blend. Maybe you've heard June is Men's Health Awareness Month, and that got us wanting to reach out to one of our friends, Dr. Nate Upshaw, Medical Director of NeurospaTMS, to talk about men's health and oh so much more. Dr. Upshaw, how are you today?
Hey, I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you there in your offices. Well, let's talk men's health. I don't know if it's just me, but I think some men have got to agree when you think about those men who are in optimal health, you do think of the covers of magazines or athletes or stars, but there's a lot more to men's health that I know you want to talk about today, right?
Yeah, so I'm a psychiatrist, and so I work with mental health, anxiety, depression, other mental health issues. And, the two really go hand in hand. If you want to be at your peak performance in terms of men's health, if you're getting weighed down by insomnia, anxiety, or depression, that's really going to have an effect on your overall health and well-being.
So let's kind of break it down. I feel like a lot of times, and maybe this is just being stereotypical, but you hear the numbers in women starting to talk about things like depression. What are some numbers and cases that you see in regards to men in this category?
Yeah, so in general, people have a chance about 20-25% of struggling with severe anxiety or depression at any point in their life. And so that includes both men and women. And at any given time, about 10% of the population is dealing with anxiety or depression that's, clinically significant in the sense that it's affecting your daily life. It's affecting your ability to, make it to the gym, to be your best at work, to be your best in relationships. And so it's really important that we also focus on mental health in terms of overall health and wellness.
Maybe it's just me, but I feel like if people do come out and say, oh, want to seek help for depression, anxiety, you tend to think about, oh, you're going to be prescribed medicine. You're going to have to start medications. Why is that no longer the case, especially when it comes to your practice?
Yeah, so at our practice, we do TMS, and you can see the TMS chair behind me here. And that's a treatment for anxiety and depression, well, really anxiety related to depression and depression that does not use medications and doesn't have side effects. So a lot of people don't know about TMS still. It's covered by every major medical insurance. It's been FDA cleared since 2008, but not enough people know that this treatment option is available. So if you've struggled with anxiety, depression, medicines aren't working, or they're causing side effects, this is another treatment option that you have that doesn't have the side effects. It tends to work a little bit better than medications as well.
So maybe people are thinking, what did he say? What is this treatment all about? Can you kind of give us an overview of how it works and what some of the results are like for your patients?
Yeah, so the one nice thing about doing these Zoom calls is I'm actually in my office, and you can see the chair behind me, see exactly what it looks like. The black thing up there is the magnet, and it just sits next to your head, produces a very small magnetic field. And what that does is it causes the brain to fire in a specific location that tends to kind of sync up the brain in terms of functioning. And so we used to think about the brain as like a bowl of soup where your neurotransmitters were off or you had a chemical imbalance. A lot of people have heard of that. Now we're really thinking about mental health problems as kind of an arrhythmia of the brain. There's these networks that are connected and they're out of sync. And so using magnetic stimulation tends to work a little bit better and have less side effects than using a medication that hits the whole brain. This is a really much more targeted treatment, completely safe, no side effects. There's really no toxicity at all involved in using this treatment versus medications.
Who does make an ideal patient for you? Of course, we were focusing on men's health because of it being June, but who makes that ideal patient if they're watching at home that they know they should call you or log onto your website right there?
Right. So, think about it this way. Anyone who's going to CVS or Walgreens to pick up their prescription for an antidepressant, Prozac, Lexapro, Zoloft, and that medicine's not working as well as they wanted to, or they're thinking about taking a medication, or the medication is causing side effects, anyone who is taking a medication or thinking about taking a medication would probably do better with this treatment and probably have less side effects, especially if the medicines that they're taking aren't working. So you think about that, that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it sounds like kind of everybody under the sun, if we will, if they've been diagnosed, or what about people who have not been diagnosed yet, but are starting to have these feelings, especially through this time we're dealing with now? Should they still reach out?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, our website's up there, NeurospaTMS.com. And really what we've tried to create is the ability for people just to call us up, tell us what they're struggling with, tell us what treatment they've gotten, and we can tell them really over the phone whether they're covered by their insurance and what treatment would make the most sense for them, whether it's this treatment or another treatment. So you don't need a doctor's referral. You can just call us up directly. We got super nice people who answer the phone and can kind of just get a little bit of take of what you're struggling with, what kind of treatment you've tried, and you can see if you would qualify through your insurance to get this treatment.
Dr. Upshaw, it's always great to see you. We appreciate you being a part of the Blend family and being with us today.
All right, good to see you again. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. And of course, we want to leave you at home with the phone number he was just talking about, how they can answer all of your questions along with the website.